Hi guys, it's Sandy. So I'm going to show you how to make a freezer sandwich. Now, this is basically having fast food in your freezer. So rather than running out to McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell or whatever, these are right in your freezer. All you do is grab them out of your freezer, you put them in the oven, warm them up, and you've got a delicious sandwich that is quick and it is healthier. So these are the ingredients that we're going to use. So first is our meat. I have some roast beef and some turkey breast. I got these both at Sam's Club. Now I did no nitrates, no nitrites, no artificial colors and flavors. I did pick up ham at first, and then it read that it had a 20% solution in it, and I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. I don't know what that 20% solution is, but we don't need it in our body. So these are the ones that we're picking up. We're going to do a turkey breast along with pesto. And we're doing the roast beef. We're putting provolone cheese on it. You're going to need butter and then some seasonings. I've got some minced onion and some Italian seasoning here. And then, of course, your buns, whatever kind of buns that you want. Now listen, I know this is processed meat also, and processed meat isn't the best for us, but what we're doing is getting a healthier alternative by making fast food that you can have at home as far as the freezer sandwiches. They're good, I mean, they taste really good, and they are better for you, and you need some things in your freezer or in your pantry that you can have quickly for dinner in a pinch so you're not going out to eat. You'll save money and you'll eat better. Okay, so to assemble these sandwiches, the first thing I'm going to do is get the butter. I like that Kerrygold Irish butter. It's just a good kind of fat. I let it sit out just to soften it, so it'd be super easy to put on here. You can use spreadable butter. Do not use margarine. Margarine is terrible for us. And all you're going to do is put butter on here, because whenever these are cooking, I do not like dry sandwiches, that taste kind of dry, and the bread gets dry and stale. I don't like that. So this right here will help just it keep like a really delicious sandwiches or sandwich. Plus, this is what's going to hold the herbs on for us. Now to both of the buttered sides, this one I'm first going to make is the roast beef and provolone. So I'm going to take, this is Italian seasoning. I know it's written on there. I actually just made this. We ran out of Italian seasoning, so I needed to make some. I just found a recipe online one day and made our own Italian seasoning out of the herbs that we already have in our spices and herbs that we already had in our pantry. So all I'm doing is putting a little bit of Italian seasoning on both sides. And then with this roast beef, I actually want some minced onion also. I think that minced onion on roast beef along with the melted cheese, that warm meat, the warm bread is delicious. So I'm just going to put it on one side of here. Next, I'm going to get out my roast beef. This one is going to be a roast beef and provolone sandwich along with those minced onions. And I'm just going to pile on about 4 pieces of the roast beef onto here. And then I'm going to take my provolone cheese and put it on. Now we have all adults in our house, so I'm actually going to use, you can just use 1 piece of cheese. I'm actually going to put cheese on both sides just to make this a really yummy sandwich. You do not need to do that. Then I'm going to take my buttered top with the seasonings on there, put that together, and I've got sandwich number 1 made that quickly. Let me show you the turkey and pesto, what I do with that. So again, I take my bun and I'm going to put butter on it first, just so whenever it cooks, the bread does not get dry and stale. You could probably hear my neighbor's mower in the background. I live in a neighborhood, so there's like always somebody mowing. But I'm going to put the butter onto my bread. And then for the turkey one, I'm going to take this pesto. And if somebody in your house doesn't like pesto, don't put it on. But turkey and pesto just go so well together. And then I'm just going to take the pesto and put it onto one side of the bread. And then for this one, I am not putting on the Italian seasoning or the minced onion, but I am going to put a provolone cheese right on top of there. And then I'm going to put some turkey breast on top of here, at least 4 slices so that you get a good amount of meat on here, and another piece of cheese on top, which is optional. Make sure you have enough butter on your bread so that it doesn't get dry. And then that's it for this one. If you don't like the taste of Italian seasoning, you can use any other herb you like, or you can put some salt on. Just a little bit of salt gives it some really great flavor. This is just so much better than going to a fast food restaurant and trying to get fast food. It's also so much cheaper, and you're going to see how much meat is left over. And you guys, meat and cheese freeze really well. You know what does not freeze well though are the condiments. So tomatoes, lettuce, onions, and pickles. Add that on whenever you are ready to actually eat it, not whenever this is in the freezer. You could also add cream cheese to this. You could add hummus to this. You could add the tomato pesto rather than this pesto if you wanted to. So you just saw how fast this comes together. Super simple deli meat sandwiches. We're just going to take some aluminum foil, and then you're going to wrap up each of the sandwiches. Just make sure and tuck in the sides so they're tight. And then they're going to go into the freezer just like this. And whenever we put them in the oven, they're basically going to steam inside of here. And the cheese is going to get all ooey and gooey, and it's going to be so good. There's no need to thaw these sandwiches out first. All you'll have to do is take them out of the freezer and stick them straight into the oven at 350 degrees. Make sure and do not put on your condiments though until it comes out, because you don't want mayonnaise and mustard and all of that to get yucky in the freezer and then warming it up in the refrigerator or in the oven. And then one other thing that you need to do is make sure and take a Sharpie and write onto it of which one is which, because I didn't, and I forget which one is which here. So I'm going to open these back up. I'm going to write the Sharpie on the outside just so I know which one's roast beef and which one is turkey. And then to store in the freezer, I am going to put them down into a freezer bag just to give them that extra protection of freezer burn. But listen, these are going to be eaten before they ever have a chance to get freezer burn on them. Okay, you guys, I'm going to wrap the rest of these up. That's all I have for now. I hope you liked this video. Until next time, I'm out.